Just 3 days till NDSU plays for another FCS championship, but straight ahead on Valley News Live at 10, we'll tell you why some local fans are having a hard time getting there.
Plus, is COVID in your tap water? A viral social media video seems to think so. We found out the truth.
And later, with all the snow we've seen, how old is too old to shovel it? We'll hear from experts. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
Take a look at this. A popular stretch in North Fargo still closed tonight. You're looking live at 19th Avenue between 18th and Dakota Drive, which has been closed all day because of the snow. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Stacy Van Dyke.
And I'm Justin Betty. We'll have more on the dangerous road conditions today in just a few minutes. But first, Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joins us with your first look at the forecast and some frigid temperatures moving in. Hutch.
Justin, Stacy, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Indeed, we turn our attention now after the snow has moved into the Arctic air mass that will follow. We do have wind chill advisories in the light blue shades. That includes Fargo, Grand Forks, and points east into Minnesota. The pink ones, those are wind chill warnings where conditions are expected to be even more brutally cold. In fact, a look at those wind chill indices right now, it's feeling like close to 40 below zero for many here in the valley, 41 below in the Detroit Lakes area. Check this out. Rolla 41 below. As we look off to the west, Minot, it feels like 47 below. So with wind chills this cold, any exposed flesh or skin can freeze, and that's what frostbite is. And that can happen in 15 minutes or even less. So we want you to bundle up. Make sure you have a survival kit in the back of your vehicle because these conditions are going to stick around through the day tomorrow. It's still pretty windy here, and we're still having reduced visibility in places, but it's improved greatly over blizzard conditions. Overnight, temperatures fall, wind chills get ridiculously cold. I'll have hour-by-hour details on how low we go, how long it sticks around, and a few more flakes are in the forecast as well, you two, and we'll have details on that. Some safety tips because this kind of cold is no fun, and we don't want you to get surprised and not be prepared.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team Weather app so you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. You can download it for free. The big championship football game for the Bison is this weekend, and some fans are having some trouble getting there.
Some flights are being canceled or delayed due to the weather, but others are making a personal choice not to go. Valley News Team's Nisha Taylor explains.
Go Bison!
Excitement is running high.
Pretty excited about trying to get to Frisco.
But this year, getting to Texas for the Bison football team's championship game is easier said than done.
The flight's been delayed now about 2 hours. We'll have a connection in Minneapolis.
Like many others, Jody Kylo has moved from Plan A to Plan B, but she says she's used to these kinds of setbacks.
We used to always drive to Frisco, and that was always difficult as well, not knowing how the roads would be. So whether it's roads or wind or flights that you need to worry about, it's just the way travel is here in the Dakotas.
Not only were flights delayed, many others were canceled, forcing some people to miss out on the trip entirely. Midwest Sports Tours stepped in, offering some people a spot on their bus.
We're excited to have the opportunity to take our friends and fans down to Texas. Everyone should go to Frisco and experience it one time.
But some people are choosing to watch the game from home this year.
I would love to be there, but there'll be other games.
Rob Roberts, the owner of Breadsmith, says he was thinking of the bigger picture.
Well, as much as I want to go to Frisco, I just figured as a small business owner, I didn't think it was fair for me to go down there, come back, and then have to potentially go through a 5-day quarantine. I have one worker out right now on COVID watch. I'm the ultimate backup to everyone.
But whether or not they are going to Frisco, fans are rooting for a win.
Go Bison! Go Bison!
In Fargo, Nisha Taylor, Valley News Live.
The championship game is this Saturday against Montana State. Now, it's not just air travel being held up. As we mentioned, last night's snow has been causing problems for drivers.
We've been hearing reports of car crashes on our police scanner all day. Valley News Team's Alex Larson joins us now from North Fargo with details. Alex.
Hello, I am on 19th Avenue on Dakota Drive, where, as you can see, the road is still closed. Crews are still working to clear up the mess that last night made, and the snow blowing all over the road made it dangerous to drive on, and not just in Fargo. It made highways and other roads a hazard as well. Minnesota Highway Patrol reports today from just 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., its troopers responded to 146 crashes statewide. Out of those, they say only one has serious injuries. But that's not the end of it. There were 84 more vehicles that spun out of control off the road and needed to be towed. The report says there were also 3 jackknife semis, and that's just in Minnesota in 6 hours. The high number of vehicles rolled over on the high number, also includes the vehicle rolled over on the Red River Bridge in Moorhead that held up traffic for many on the road today. It was eventually turned upright and towed away. With all these crashes and calls for assistance, we can take it as a reminder to slow down and drive safe. Reporting live in Fargo, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Now, the messy roads led to confusion today in West Fargo after the school district canceled school just 30 minutes before it was set to start. Some older students were already at school. For the younger ones, many had already been picked up by school buses. Parents were then notified to come pick the kids up at school. One mother tells us she's thankful she made the decision to keep her kids home before the school closed.
If anything happened at school and I needed to go get her, I wouldn't be able to get out of the house. I don't know what I would have done, maybe like call an Uber to go pick up my child from school or something.
Valley bus officials say they had several school buses get stuck in the snow this morning. One of them needed to be towed out. The rest were short-term problems. New misinformation has been circulating on social media claiming to show COVID is in your tap water.
Experts saying that's not even remotely true. Valley News Team's Kaylee Chella is here to explain. Kaylee.
Hey Justin, Stacy. Videos like this one on TikTok show someone dipping a nasal swab under the tap, testing it using an at-home COVID test, and then getting back a positive result.
The sample line is becoming darker. Dark, and I just used water, y'all.
But experts say this edited video is either fake or a false negative.
There are chemicals that we use for purifying water, and when any test is not used properly, and there is always a chance that the test can be a false positive. So I think this is a completely inappropriate use of a precious commodity. Just the number of cases that we are seeing daily, no matter how many tests we produce, there will always be in a short supply.
Now, cases here in North Dakota are showing a disturbing trend with more than 1,000 new cases being reported both yesterday and today. The last time we saw cases this high was in November of last year. Nagpal says it's really bad news.
All of that hard work or progress that we had made in reducing the number of cases, that was undone within this last week. Honestly, we are losing badly to misinformation.
Misinformation, like these videos. Nagpal says even though it's not mandated, he's still wearing a mask when he leaves his house and avoiding eating out and encouraging masks in schools. Stacey, Justin.
Thanks so much, Kaylee. Now, masks will soon be required again in Minneapolis and St. Paul. The mayors of both cities made that decision because of a rise in COVID cases. The requirement takes effect tomorrow at 5 p.m., but it doesn't apply to young children.
In economy news, the Dow hit another all-time high yesterday before falling today. And according to an ADP employment report, 807,000 private sector jobs were added in December nationwide, more than double what economists had predicted. Job Service North Dakota shows the state has a little more than 17,000 open jobs right now. It's a drop of about 500 from the month before. The highest number of job openings is in healthcare, more than 3,500 positions posted, more than twice the number in any other field. The state's unemployment rate stands at just 3.2%. It's 1 point better than the national average.
Here's a cool story. This morning, an NDSU student, Lori Odegaard, was featured on the Today Show after losing 100 pounds. At her heaviest, she weighed 297. She added more water to her diet and fruits and veggies and exercises 30 minutes a day. Odegaard had some advice for others hoping to lose weight. She said counting calories and taking lots of pictures helped her keep track of her journey, but she says it's most important to be kind to yourself.
All right, question. How old is too old to shovel snow? You might be surprised what one national publication had to say about that. Well, details still ahead. Valley News Live at 10.
And check this out, just uploaded at valleynewslive.com. You can go to our website and see this one by Stacy Moe. Just a dandy in Fergus tonight. We have the moon, the crescent moon. There's Jupiter, light pillars. Yes, it's wintry out there. Dangerous cold on the way after our rounds of snow, totaling 2 to 6 inches for many. Your forecast is next.